And welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and this is
Dan!
And we took last week off because, I don't know, some sort of national holiday shit happened. Blew some stuff up or something or other. I don't know. Celebrating freedoms that aren't free anymore. I don't know. Whatever. But you know what I say? Fuck the government. Take it from the Reverend. But anyways, what we do here on this show is we like to drink cheap booze, give it a little review, because we drink cheap booze. We drink cheap booze, and you can too. Yeah, right. There you go. We also do a little Florida man thing. We got some booze in the news. And my favorite, as well as yours, we have a little thing that we call the bag of You see, in this bag that is not in shot right now. Now it is. In this bag, we have many shots. We reach into this bag and confront our destiny. The good, the bad, the indifferent. And Diane, you reach across the interweb first and reach into this hearty bag. I shall reach in here too. And what do I get? Oh, hey, I got a blueberry one too.
Blah.
The blueberry one is relatively pleasant. I ain't even mad. Not the slightest. Why, hello!
Hi. I was just talking to you.
Thank you for joining us in this train derailment that we call a show. Diane, cheers.
Cheers.
To a mood.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
This thing is tasty. I tried the blueberry muffin Kit Kat the other day, which was also tasty.
Flavored Kit Kats are delicious.
I know. I've yet
to come across one that sucked.
I still think the Japanese ones are the best. Because I feel like they use higher quality ingredients than the U.S. does. You know, chemicals.
Yeah,
but there's been lots of good news happening that I must get into. First off, let me play a little something here for you. A little Shompton, you know what I'm saying? A little. God damn, I gotta sign in.
I can't tell if that was your gangster voice or your Cardi B voice.
Okay.
Cardi B got it.
a little good news. A little uproarious something or other. I just gotta throw this on here because this episode of Best of the Bottom is brought to you by myself. For you see, is this the right one? This is the right one. No.
Hello, I'm Kurt Casper, parent of Pink Street Tattoos and Piercings. We'll be having a grand opening special from the 12th to the 16th of July, where you can do quite a couple of things. Pay $5, get a raffle ticket to win a free $300 tattoo.
Nope.
You can roll the 100 designs in here. Roll the dice, get what you get. $150.
Yeah.
I have flash sheets selected out here, going from 40 to 80 to 100. Exactly how they are there. And that's it.
Hi, I'm Justin Perrin. I'm also of Pink Street. I'll be doing all the piercings here.
And for my special, we'll also be doing a raffle. It's going to be $2 for these tickets, and that'll be any piercing from the waist up. So $2, you get yourself whatever pierce: lips, tongues, ears, nose, septum, eyebrows, whatever, or even your belly button. Also beyond that, what we're gonna do is all ear piercings. I'll throw in some nose piercings. Those are gonna be $25 for the opening week. That's gonna be from July 12th through the 16th, and then we'll be doing the raffle ticket drawing. That's going to be drawn on July 17th. It'll be live streamed on Instagram or also on Twitch at twitch.tv/bottom class. We do the live tattooing, we do some live piercings. Check it out, and give us a follow on our social medias. And hopefully see you this week.
Hey.
That is right. Pink Street Tattoos and Piercings is open. We're selling raffle tickets. I bought flyers up. We walked around downtown just sticking business cards and electric scooters. So hopefully, you come get your dick pierced.
Now he's showing them armpits.
Yeah. You see, I have a little story. I remember once as a child, I was riding my bicycle and I had seen an ambulance roll up and they carted off this old lady who was having a heart attack or, I don't know, gout flare up. I don't know. But I looked and I saw what was happening. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to help?" And I was like, "No." And I ran away scared. But in that time, I realized I wanted to be a paramedic. Flash forward about 10 more years. I was standing in the hallway of the church, and my good friend Vince walks down the hallway and approaches me. And he whips down his pants and he says, "Look, check it out. I got my dick pierced." And in that time, I realized another calling in life. After 17 years of being a paramedic, I'm going after my next goal, to be the fastest dick piercer in the West. Oh, yeah. Buddy, that's what I'm talking about.
I can't wait. If I had a dick, I'd let you pierce it. Probably not because we're related, but I don't know.
But yes, we've opened the shop. Things are good. We've already gotten a piercing. We've gotten a tattoo in. We're, getting the word out there. So, and I sold some jewelry. So we've had a couple of customers. People are seeing us. They're coming around, and I'm excited. I always go hard on a dick piercing. Always.
Any chance for finger guns, I'm down.
Yes. And also, I'm a grandpa, too. So that's the other thing that happened. Baby
Where's
Alice is here.
Justin?
I am officially an old man, so the shit's going to go gray eventually, maybe. I don't know.
I was telling Deborah that we're Aunt Jerry's now.
You are Aunt Jerry's.
I said I gotta get my shit together. I'm a great aunt now.
But now that I've got all the fun stuff, the good news out of the way, it's time to get into something a little bit more serious. For it is time for it is time for this week's adventures of Florida Man. You see, I like to get things rolling by reading a Florida Man headline, a headline, and I don't read the story. I make it up because life is better when you make it up in the moment. Isn't that right, children?
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't be watching us. Go to bed. You can watch us when you're over 21 or 18, country perspectively. Top of the morning. You see, This week's adventures of Florida Man. A Florida man finds a bear rummaging through his garage refrigerator. And you would think, oh no. Well, first off, you think they have bears in Florida. Of course they got bears in Florida. They got all kinds of stuff that wants to kill you in Florida. Florida is America's Australia, just more penis shaped. As you see, as this Florida man opened his garage looking for his 40 of Steel Reserve, he immediately gasped. Oh no, it's a bear. He realized this is Florida. This is no ordinary bear. He clearly just needs himself a 40 of Steel Reserve as well. Maybe he just needs a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Yeah. For all we know, this is a Slitch bear. I'm not here to judge. We all make poor decisions in life. And this man, instead of panicking and calling the authorities, he's no Karen. This is a Florida man. Besides, he doesn't need to get busted for the meth lab in the back. We can't have that. He immediately leapt into action and realized this bear is struggling. He cannot operate that little tab. He cracks up on a cold one. They sit down on the porch swing and they have a glorious drink, telling stories of the future, the past, what happened mere hours ago. They began to get shit-faced, and it is a glorious time. Unfortunately, little hostilities did raise. The bear saw Florida man's wife, realized the amount of lovely body hair this woman had, and got aroused. Some chingasas were thrown. The violence spread across the yard, took out the gazebo. Granted, it was built with salvaged wood from raggedy pallets from out back to Walmart. And rusty nails, also salvaged. It was a disaster. But in that moment, they looked longingly into their eyes and realized there is no need for violence here. They are kindred spirits. And that night, they had the rip-roaringest threesome they've ever seen. And all lived happily ever after in a very Florida throuple. And the pet alligator Steve was thrilled. The end.
That was great. I love happy ending Florida man.
I'm trying to be more positive these days. You know, too many Florida men go to jail for ridiculous things. Time travel, alligator tossing. You know, it's sometimes it's good to just have a delightful story. One with happy endings. Ones that can be told in children's books across the ages. Spreading the good name of the man from Florida. Thank you.
More clapping.
So tonight, the beverage we have chosen is a good old classic. We are drinking Shock Top. Why? Honestly, I'm tired of having to cram down 4 beers in an hour and a half. It just
4 beers?
It just, you know, we're just chugging so much liquid so quickly, trying to get to these flavors. And sometimes you end up with these terrible flavors like meat cider from Albuquerque. You bastards. This week instead, we're going to go with a good old classic Shock Top. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and be like, oh, I've never tried Shock Top. This is one of my favorite beers. But I'm going to put that aside. And I'm going to give this an honest review. Okay? You know, will this stack up to some of the other greats? Like Soju? Like 99 Seltzers? Or Oh, or the spiked Simply Lemonade. Those were shockingly delightful. I finished off what was I had left of those the other day. They were great. But today we're going to get into the Shock Top. Obviously, it's one of my favorite beers, as I've said before. See, it is a good beer. It's a solid beer. It's a Belgian white beer. I'm not trying to be racist about it. They chose some. Let's just call it a Belgian beer. You know, white just makes it sound racist. It's a Belgian style wheat ale brewed with citrus pills and coriander.
This is my best friend's favorite beer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she has good taste.
she does have good taste.
Cheers to best friends having good taste. I mean, it's just a solid beer. You know, the oranginess isn't too overpowering. The beeriness isn't too beery. It's just a fine, lovely beer. It's even better when you have an orange to eat with it. You know, like when you go to the bars and they put the little orange on the side, like they do with the Blue Moons. And I think I do like Shock Top more than Blue Moon, mostly because it's an orange with a mohawk. And you know what?
A wheat mohawk. I think that's wheat. Some kind of grain.
Yeah, it's wheat.
Hops.
Vegas will drink 3 beers. Heffenweidner Dunkel. Not familiar with it. Shock Top or Blue Moon, which I'm gonna be honest, Shock Top and Blue Moon are very similar style beers, but I think I slightly prefer the Shock Top over the Blue Moon, just by a skosh, maybe a smidge. It's delightful. It's not too heavy, and I feel like I'm being biased. Dan, how do you feel about this beer? You like to be negative.
Um, you're right. Bah humbug. This shit sucks. I don't like the mohawk. I don't like the
Okay,
light
that's just
and airiness of it. I don't like how tasty it is.
first
It's
off,
pretty.
the Mohawk is a blatant lie. Even if this beer tasted terrible, the Mohawk would bring it up a half a point.
That's probably true. If they were no. If they were Liberty Spikes, but
Liberty Spikes would be a full. Liberty Spikes would be a full solid point, even if it was bad.
I like it. I really like it. I've only had it a couple of times,
Yeah,
just because, yeah, like a Sammy and stuff like that.
Well,
But
I've actually rarely found it in the cans. This is the first time I've had Shock Top out of a can. It is delightful. It is a fun time. It makes me happy. It sounds like it's getting ready to
10 out of
storm
10.
outside again.
Oh, I wish we caught that one thunder. It seriously sounded like
It was life changing.
it was like like Thor taking a shit or something. It was
It
fucking glorious.
was Thor's turd hitting the bowl.
It scared the shit out of me. It really did, because I thought it sounded like a firecracker at first, and then it just exploded. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that?
It was Thor farting into a toilet bowl.
It legitimately sounded like, I don't know, like it was just right outside my window, and it scared me because firecrackers have been going off all the time and stuff, so I thought that's what it was, and it started off really like kind of quiet, and then it just like crack.
The important thing is you didn't lose power, and then we have to put this podcast off.
Right? It rained like really, really hard for 2 seconds, and I was like, "See ya."
Yeah, they'll probably do the same over here. But it's been nice getting some rain,
Yes,
except for the fact that it's getting so freaking humid. I hate the humidity. Your balls get sweaty. You have constant swamp ass. Swamp ass is terrible. Do you know how many times I have to shower? Ugh. I do not know what statement this is related to. I said a lot of things. But thank you for the comment. Sometimes that delay, it makes things weird. But I really like Shock Top, and I really don't want to make this into a suck an orange dick night.
Well, too late.
Ugh. It made me think of a Trump reference, and that's gross. Ew. Now I feel nauseated. It's like a Republican statement. Sucking orange dicks. Ew. I must cleanse the soul.
You know, more people have orange sticks out there besides Trump.
I know. That's true. I mean, most, like, all bodybuilders and professional wrestlers probably do. You know, the spray tan is strong in that game.
We really shouldn't, judge orange people like that.
That's true.
There might be some orange people out there whose dicks you might want to suck.
That's true. That is true. There's many cans of spray tan in a large community of people. And you can't judge a whole community on one douche nozzle. We're learning valuable life lessons here, and that's just that's what we're here for. He never finds it in a bottle, and I never find it in a can. That is kind of weird. Oh.
I've only had it in a bottle.
Oh, why you got to make things worse? Okay, definitely Hogan and Trump are the worst of the orange people. They are the worst of the worst.
What about that one guy, George Hamilton, I think his name was?
I don't know anything about his personal politics, so...
Oompa Loompas, of course.
Oh, yes. Consensually.
I'm trying to think of other orange people with penises.
I mean, the Headless Horseman always wears a pumpkin on his head. So maybe he's got another pumpkin. So he could have an orange dick. I don't know.
You know what? I just for lack of other people, we'll throw him in there.
Sounds good.
So there you go. What are your choices? Who would you rather? Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, but you can only kill one of them.
Yeah. And we're taking Trump. Well, no, I guess we have to leave Trump.
Yeah.
We'll take out the Oompa Loompas.
Oh wait, yeah. If you throw the if it's like George Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
Like George Hamilton.
Was he really? Because now that you say that, I'm just like that. Yeah. Oh, I see it. I didn't know he was con. I mean,
was he?
God, I really think he was, because now that he says that, I'm like that totally looks like him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We can throw his orange dick in the ring. I mean, you got the Young Bucks, George Hamilton, you got the Oompa Loompas. Who else did we say? Oh, Headless Horseman. Uh,
Oh, Mr. O'Rourke. I heard I saw Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Oh, he's definitely orange.
I don't think he's that orange. I think he's just leathery.
Well, orange leathery. Ah, correction. I don't know. I don't want to Google George Hamilton's politics. He's an old guy, so it's probably inappropriate. But I've been surprised. But you know what? It's time to move past things.
Yeah.
It's time to move on to booze of the news. Ricardo Esteban. Was it? Never mind. I don't know. So in Minnesota, there's a brewing company called Indeed Brewing. I figured you'd appreciate the name of the company.
Indeed.
Indeed Brewing is now offering THC seltzers. They plan to start an alcohol-free seltzer called Too Good. It will contain 2 milligrams of THC and 2 milligrams of CBD. And this Booze of the News will actually connect into... Oh, I got the wrong banner still up. Will actually connect into what I want to talk about today because it just sounds kind of hilarious. And it doesn't surprise me because politicians are dumb. But Minnesota just recently passed a bill making it legal for edibles or anything carrying THC of 5 milligrams or less. Because they're trying to combat the fact that a lot of the Delta 8 products or Delta 9 or Delta...
I think it's Delta 8.
Yeah, Delta 8 THC products have no regulation and a lot of high school kids are buying it. And, somebody please think of the children. There's a lot of uppity going on. There's candies. And so lots of states are trying to make up these different laws. And they recently passed it where anything containing 5 milligrams of THC is now legal, where it's an edible or a beverage, whatever. But you have to be at least the age of 21 to purchase it. So this company has capitalized on it. And now they're going to be selling these little THC beverages in their... I believe they have a little bar as well. Let's see. The company has been brewing craft beer for almost a decade. In the summer, for the first time, it'll offer THC seltzers and edibles and THC-infused beverages. Oh, since THC beverages became legalized in Minnesota as of July 1st. And it's going to have a lavender lemon flavor. It's called Too Good.
Well, that's cool.
Okay, yeah, so they do have they have a restaurant as well, or a little bar, so you can, sit down and enjoy some THC seltzers. I like that it balances with little CBD as well. Sounds like a lovely time. I mean, and it's not too strong too. Like 2 milligrams of THC. That's a nice, reasonable beverage. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends how expensive everything is.
That's true.
I'm like, if that's some pricey shit, 2 milligrams is not. It's not anything.
That would be true. It depends on how it's packaged. So if it has 2 milligrams in each can, say you get a 6-pack for like $8. I mean, it's a little pricey, but I mean, ultimately, that's a good time. Especially for those Minnesotians that aren't well versed in the THC world.
You don't think they have weed in Minnesota?
Well, I'm sure they do. But I'm saying for those people that haven't tried it or haven't tried it a long time and now they're changing some laws and people are like, "Oh yeah," and they take a little sip and they're like, "This is delightful." Cuz you don't want somebody that's never smoked weed or has never or hasn't had any THC products in years and suddenly they're, taking like this massive hit from a dab and it's like, I don't know, 90%, and they're obliterated and they're sitting on a chair, unable to communicate and just reliving every possible alternate reality all at once. And they just wave their hands around, just gesturing vigorously. We can't have a whole community doing that. Just saying. 2 milligrams is a good starting point. Okay?
Okay. You're right. I mean, I don't know. I told Deborah to take 2 edibles at one time on her first try, and I probably should not have.
And she had to leave a movie theater.
Well, I guess I definitely should not have.
Sometimes
you pay so much to go to the movies, and then to have to leave because you're too high is probably pretty much.
Yeah. During Endgame, might I add.
She ain't missed nothing.
She was 15 minutes into the movie, maybe.
Yeah, she got to when Tony Stark started talking to everybody. Well, not talking to everybody, but just talking.
And then she just left. Just saying. 2 milligrams is a reasonable starting point, and I applaud the effort. And it's great, And I think it's just lovely. Now, if more people could be open-minded like that and not try to get all crazy. Look, man, nobody needs to be that high.
Speak for yourself.
I am speaking for lots of people.
I'm sure.
But since we've gotten to booze in the news, I want to get into the main topic. Because this whole thing came about with this company making their first booze seltzer is Minnesota essentially accidentally legalized weed. This article comes from the Politico, and a lot of it comes from the uproar of the Delta 8 products and all the candies and everything else, and there's no regulation, and they could have, very little THC in there, up to 50 milligrams. There's no record on who has it, whatever. Oh, so they're okay. The new law that took effect is anyone at least 21 years old can purchase edibles or beverages with up to 5 milligrams of hemp-derived THC per serving. Those relatively low potency products with up to 50 milligrams per package. So you can have up to 50 milligrams in a package. So this might be a reasonable thing. And this includes Delta 8 and Delta 9. And the very Republican sides are saying, we didn't legalize weed, but the Democrats like, oh, well, you almost did. So it's kind of really, this slid in there and just sort of like, somebody please think the children. Well, what if we put an age restriction? And the next thing you know, bam. You don't have to worry about just getting Delta 8. You can get some legit THC in your system and have a good old time. And I have no problem with that. I think edibles or a beverage of THC is better than smoking it because,
More expensive though.
I guess it's true.
That's the only reason why I don't do edibles more often. It would probably be better. I mean, it would be better if I didn't smoke, but it just costs too much. It's too expensive, and then depending on whether the place you're buying is recreational and medical or whatever, like there's not like they keep more of the edibles for the medical people.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it recreationally, you're there. There's hard like edibles go like that.
But Minnesota is
But
doing
not
things a little
Minnesota.
differently. Yeah. I mean, and honestly, a 5 milligram, like a beer
I-
like this, and it's just 5 milligrams. You drink a couple of these, you're good, man. You're good. I mean, it'd be less than having to as much beer we have to drink to get feeling good. You'll be chilling. You're sipping on your beverage.
I just think it's gonna be too expensive for what it's worth.
Why you gotta be negative about things?
That's my thing. That's my job, ain't I? Ain't it? Like that's the.
That's true. That is your role. Disregard. You're doing your role properly.
Thank you. Oops.
But I just find it hilarious that they're just kind of they just passed this thing thinking they're doing something, and they didn't even realize what they're doing. And you know what? Minnesota needs to chill the fuck out, anyways. Like, I feel like if more Republicans smoked weed, they'd be less aggressive. I'm just saying.
I don't know, dude. Have you ever been? Sorry, trying to be positive again, but I'm like, people would, and I guess it's both. I guess one could say it's because they didn't get their weed, but it's just like some people that I've met at like the dispensary or like when I had my medical card or whatever. Fucking, some people are just assholes.
That's
like,
That's true. Like,
I was shocked at how many people were just fucking dicks.
yeah, I mean, weed's not going to solve all of humanity's problems. There's always going to be assholes, no matter how hard we try. There's always going to be an asshole in the group, and that's just the way it is.
Everybody's always like, "Oh, you work at a dispensary; it's got to be pretty chill." And they're like, "You'd be fucking surprised."
Oh yeah.
Like,
Look, if you're the person in between this person's high time, no matter what it is, and for whatever reason they forgot their ID, they forgot this, something's missing, they're a couple bucks short, you're that person that is blocking their access to their fun time juice or whatever, things are going to get ugly.
Well, you were with me that one time where that one guy was trying to say that like he bought all those pre-rolls or whatever.
The pre-rolls and they were all empty.
Yeah, and it was clear that he just brought his empty pre-roll.
Yeah, all the cartridges from God knows when. Some of them didn't even have the label for the place that he was at. Some had other. It's like, bro.
I was like, what the hell? And he's all like making this scene, and he's just like plops down, and he's got this bag, and like he was just like, oh my god, can you believe this? And they're not even gonna do anything about it. And he's just like, he was just, and it's like, dude, we all know what happened there.
Yeah, everybody's looking at him like, that doesn't even say Sacred Gardens. That's Pure Life. These aren't even from this place.
I was like having to deal with jackassery like that too. Is just another reason why I would want to be a butt tender. A butt tender.
Any type of tender.
Yeah. Chicken.
Look, we've been open 3 days, and I already had some people come in asking some weird ass shit. As a piercer, like, I could imagine how things get weird.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of people looking for a free something or other, or something cheap on the discount. Like, a girl came in the other day asking, I used to have my tongue pierced. How much would it cost to just have you put jewelry back in it? And I'm like, oh, well, it's $45 for the tongue piercing and $5 for the jewelry. It's like, oh, you can't just put the jewelry back in? And I was like, no, you have to get a re-pierce. I'm like, oh, one, how long has your tongue ring been out? I'm like, oh, that's been closed. That's been long closed. Like, even if you had it for a long time, once you take your tongue piercing out, you don't have very long before it starts to close back up. It's a muscle. It heals differently, and it wants to be whole again. Because even if the hole is still there, it's going to be so tightly closed over, you're not going to be able to force jewelry through it without causing all kinds of trauma. And she was like, oh, so I can't just buy jewelry for like $10 and put it? No. It's got to be re-pierced. And then she got all upset and left.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, Google's a thing. I mean, if you don't believe me, you can Google it.
Yeah. That's going to be your backup. Google it.
I know.
Don't like what I'm saying? Google it.
Yeah, Google it. We got some person wanted to get a lip piercing where he had the ring. Instead of going horizontal, he wanted 2 piercings and the ring to go around his lip. Like in one hole and then through the other hole. And then it'd be a horizontal ring in his lip. And I was like, your lips move. You know that will never heal and it'll get infected. And it'll be nasty. It'll be tearing your skin. Because you can do this. That's not a thing, bro. Like you can't do that. Now I could do 2 separate piercings, and you could do 2 rings, or you could do just.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Jess is gonna join something. I don't know if you heard that. But yes, that's just 3 days of being open and having weird stuff like that. I cannot imagine having to be the one to break bad news of why you can't get your weed today.
Yeah.
Or why your favorite whatever is out of stock today.
I don't know. We people are also like frustrating in general because you got the people who want to smell everything. You got the people who are just like, oh, let me see this, this, and this. And then it's like, I just would hate to have to do a job of frivolous, like letting people smell shit and like.
Well, that's why I like
all that crap. And I would hate it.
In Colorado, they have some places that have like little like jars that are kind of locked up and have little air holes. So you can walk around sniffing to your heart's content.
I don't know. When I see people come in to like dispensary, I judge hardcore, and I'm just like, I'm like, it has a THC on the thing. The smell of it shouldn't freaking matter. Like, I'm just like people who I've never been that way, and people have tried to like. I don't know. They present weed to me like that way. Oh, you want to see it? You want to smell it? And it's like, I am not that person. Don't you worry. Like, to me, I'm like, it's annoying.
But the other thing about this too is this doesn't say anything about having specific dispensaries to sell these edibles and things. Like you can pick them up at a gas station, at your liquor store, at any place that has.
Well, that's cool.
So that's the other thing too is like. You walk into your local come and go, or whatever, and you're like, "Hey, buddy, I'm gonna get me a 6-pack of whatever the fuck this is. You get high tonight." And I find that to be delightful because that. So, as a teenager, as a youthful person, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and the whole world in front of me, I often had this dream of the one day when weed comes legal. You just walk into your gas station and pick yourself up a pack of Marlboro Greens because that just seemed like the logical step in my, got Marlboro Reds, you got your Marlboro Greens. Technically, the green package is menthol, but they could have changed things, and you get your 20 joints for, I think that time a pack of smokes was like $3.50. No, I think they were $2.50 at that time. Oh, so long ago.
Justin, you're old.
I just thought, that's the future right there. But then as I got older and then realized, no, if Marlboro had control over the weed, they'd be doing some weird chemical stuff to it. And, they would be bastardizing what it should be. And then, that just killed. But the idea of being able to go to any gas station or liquor store and get yourself your edibles or whatever, your THC beverage, that seems like a delightful day.
I just realized that I don't have to wait for you to get another one because it's all the same thing.
Yes, we're all drinking. You drink as many as you want.
Shock tops are really good. I don't drink them very often. Like I said, I think I've had them like 2-3 times. But if I would definitely have these more.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, I got a 15-pack and it was $13.48. Although 6-pack was $8 and something, you're better off getting the 15-pack. So I forgot to tell you, we almost were going to drink something weird tonight, but it only was in a 30-pack, and I was not committed to have 30 weird-ass beers in my fridge. Busch Light has an apple-flavored whatever. I don't know if it's apple-flavored beer, it's an apple cider. It just says Busch Light Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in a 30-pack. And we almost drank that tonight until I realized I don't want to have a 30-pack of weird. I already still have 3 weird ciders in there. I have 2 black cherries. I still got the lemon mango, which was delightful, but I'm still so upset about the black cherry one. I just haven't brought myself to drink it. I went through the spiked lemonades. I haven't drank the last 2 of the Bud Light hard seltzer sodas. I had those the other day, and that was delightful. But that black cherry cider, I had in my mind like a carbonated Carrizozo cherry cider with a little kick. That's what I had in my mind. I did not think liquefied Jack Link's beef jerky, teriyaki flavored vomit was not what I was expecting. And I didn't want to end up with a bunch of apple vomit in my fridge. I mean, the 30-pack is a commitment. Now, if they had it in like a couple of tall boys or even 240s, that would have been reasonable. But a 30-pack? Come on. So I bought Shock Top because I just needed something mellow, something chill. By the way, I titled this podcast Minnesota Mellow, because I just figured if they ever legalize weed, that would be a great strand to grow there called Minnesota Mellow. It could be an indica and, really get some good solid crystallage on there. So it's like almost white, like it's frosty. I'm just saying.
You're welcome.
Get on it. You weed growers out there, you know that's a good Minnesota Mellow. Come on. Come on. That is a great name. You're welcome.
That would be a great dispensary name.
Yeah. That'd be a great dispensary name too. And that'd be the special weed they got there. I am a fucking genius.
Move
The
to
gods
Minnesota.
talk to me in many mysterious ways. You know, I'm just blessed with this knowledge and these creative ideas. Thank you, sweet baby Cthulhu. Amen. So, Diane, I think it's time to really start thinking about this shock top and giving it our final review. Because I'm going to really try to keep us at an hour and a half. We've been going way over the last few podcasts.
That's
And
because we have like 4 stupid drinks to drink.
that, and then also I got kind of ragey last week. Well, not I got ragey. I think I was
No, you.
I was succinct. I got ragey earlier that day. But you know what really bothers me? So I posted that on 4th of July. It immediately had like 6 views. But now YouTube's saying I've only got 3 views on it. Where did the other views go? What happened? That doesn't make sense. It showed we had more likes than we had views. Government. Uncle Sam, you're a twat.
I don't know, man.
Now I need to put all my biases and all the things I enjoy about Shock Top and give this a real honest thought.
I feel like you like it for a reason, and that's because it's tasty.
It's a solid beer. But is it a main eventer?
Yes.
Is it in the upper mid card?
Like, tell me that's not like reminiscent of the Miz a little bit.
The Miz is a mid carder.
Is he?
Yes, he's like
I
an
was
upper
thinking,
mid.
wasn't he at one point pretty big?
Like he's got some name behind him, but he's still definitely like in the mid card. He's definitely in the upper mid card. I mean, he's a 2-time WWE champion, but I don't know if that means anything these days.
Well, I mean, that meant he was a main eventer at some point.
Yeah, sort of.
I don't know what he's doing these days.
I like
I
the
saw
Miz
one episode of a show where it's like lady fell into the pool and like her tits were out.
Well,
and that's all I've seen.
Well, the important episodes. The important episodes. You saw the important stuff. But I'm gonna say, like, don't get me wrong. I think the Miz is fine. He's great. I enjoy him for what he is. Miz actually used to be one of my favorites. He hasn't, but I feel like calling Shock Top Orange the Miz is beneath him. This orange is
beneath who? The Miz or beneath the beer?
The Miz is beneath the beer.
No.
Yes. But I also feel like it might just because the Miz is in WWE.
Are you thinking Orange Cassidy?
I could, yeah, he's definitely Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy doesn't have a. And Orange Cassidy, he's definitely a draw.
And yeah, he's not a main eventer, is he?
I don't know. He's done some main events on TV.
See, our thing is flawed.
I mean, Orange Cassidy does straddle that line of upper mid card main eventer area, but I don't know if Orange Cassidy is full on championship material, top of the card, the guy situation. But he is definitely a draw. He is a draw, and I love Orange Cassidy. You know what? You talked me into it. It's a main eventer. It's Orange Cassidy. It's
It's summertime.
If you don't like our results, well, you know what? Go get your own camera and computer equipment. Start your own podcast about cheaper booze. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you do that? Huh? If it's that easy, why don't you do it? With all of our massive viewership.
I don't know who that was for, Justin.
I don't know who that was for either. I just being sour for
you
no
okay?
reason.
You having a tough time over there, Justin?
I don't know.
What's up?
Life is stressful. I will tell you one thing. Now we reach our conclusion and still have half an hour to burn. Starting a business is a great idea and it seems fun until you start doing it and you have to like start dropping money and realizing you have bills to pay at home, and then you're stressing about all the other stuff, and is this going to go right? Is this going to go right? And you're afraid you're never going to open, and then you open, and then you're like, oh, fuck it, I need people to purchase my products. I need people to come in and do stuff. It's a constant stream. And then assuming we do get busy, then it's going to be like, oh shit, we're so busy, I can't keep up with the clients. There's always going to be something. But you know what? I'm hoping we're too busy to keep up with clients, because that means we can pay bills.
Yeah. I plan on going and paying you to get pierced on either Wednesday or, because Wednesday is the first day of the thing, right?
Tomorrow's the first day of the thing.
Oh, tomorrow is.
Tuesday through Saturday, we're doing the facial piercings and all that for $25 plus $5 for jewelry. Sunday, we're going to do the live stream in the studio or in the shop. And we're going to do the drawing for the raffle tickets. And then we're going to do a live tattooing and do some live piercings. So that's the goal. And we'll talk about those details after the show.
Okay.
And it'll be a couple hours. It's gonna the plan is for it to be Sunday at 7 p.m.
Okay.
So we're gonna go there, do our thing. I'm probably just gonna have to just stream from our phones. We're gonna do it on the live feed on the Instagram, on our Instagram, and then do a live feed from right here at twitch.tv/bottom class. So we'll have both of those going. And I think we'll stream live, one from Kurt's phone, one from my phone. And I will probably bring the boom mic so we have some decent audio quality. Whether it's in the shot or not, I don't know. But it's going to be fun.
Nice.
Because I think we've decided we're going to tattoo a giant unicorn on my chest.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So that's going to be painful. Is the cat just screwing shit up?
A little bit. she's just, she always wants to be part of the podcast.
Well, I get it. Camera's on. You just want to get in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get your name out there. Hope you get recognized. People start just throwing money at you, giving you sponsorships. Next thing you know, Nike's beating down your door, want to give you like. Actually, no, I don't like Nike. Vans is beating down your door, trying to give you a badass shoe deal. I mean, although I feel like Nike would give you more money, but I don't care for the Nike product. I mean, mm, mm. Look, Nike, Vans, you can fight over me. I'm okay with that. There will come a time. There will come a time. I mean, there is a wide market for, you know, clergy shoe styles, clergy shoe deals, some nice, clergy shoes, whatever those look like.
Christ.
Some,
Nike Christ.
yeah, some nice open-toed sandals. Something you can help easily walk on water with. So they gotta definitely be water resistant.
Jesus,
So water resistant,
shoes.
they're buoyant.
Yeah.
But I think we've made our decision. Shock Top is a main eventer.
It is. It's actually. It does feel very light, which I require from a beer because that's why I don't like beers very much because I feel full all the time and I hate it. But this is like I'm too good and then I don't feel awful.
Oh yeah. Like the thing I love a good craft beer, something very flavorful, but like you drink more than two and you start kind of being like, I want to get drunker, but I ain't got no room. Although there's a lot of craft beers that also have a stronger alcohol content. We were having a lovely conversation the other day at work, not the tattoo shop, at the paramedicing joint that I do some paramedicing at. We were sitting there talking about craft beers, and the supervisor said he's kind of a beer snob, but there's a local microbrewery here, and they have one that's like 12% ABV. He said it tastes terrible, but you drink one of those and you're good. And I said, well, of course you are. You're getting into like Steel Reserve. You're almost at a Four Loko territory. 12% for craft beer. I mean, granted, it's definitely not going to taste very good at that high of an ABV. But, it might taste better than a Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserves are not that bad.
I hate Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserves, I don't know how long ago we've done it, but 10 out of 10. Main eventer.
It's been a while since we've done the Steel Reserve, and I just
Steel Reserve for the money and the alcohol, like one of the best of the bottom, I would have to say.
That is like in the bottom class world, you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah.
A lot better than actual Bang gives you, you dirty freaking bastards, and your low alcohol. 5% ABV. Because wasn't those seltzers 5 point? Hang on.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, this bullshit is 5.5. The still's got more than a Bang. Oh, Jesus Christ, Bang. Do better.
Do better, Bang. He won't shut up about it until you do. Do better.
I'm going to hold a grudge until I see at least 7%. 7%. That is a good, reasonable place to be for a seltzer. It really is. 7%, you drink a couple of them, you're feeling good, but you're not just getting completely blitzed. Like what was it, the Steel Reserve seltzer we drank? Or was it Four Loko seltzer?
Four Loko seltzer. I was like that. Did Steel Reserve have a seltzer?
I think they do have a seltzer.
I don't know, dude. Maybe. I honestly.
I know for sure we had the Four Loko seltzers. and those were 12%, but they tasted god awful. They were terrible. But, you know, you didn't have to drink that much. And that was the good thing. Like, the Bang flavors were very flavorful. I'm not necessarily sure it was in a good way, but like if you would have just bumped it up to 7%, that is a good, reasonable place to be. You're gonna catch a buzz relatively quickly and leave it up to the Bang. Your name is freaking Bang. You expect a little something, a little pop, a little pizzazz.
You were
Something.
gonna say bang again.
Bang! Just I'm just saying. Like you went with the middle standard ground trying to rely just on your flavor. The whole thing with Bang is your ridiculousness, your over caffeinated products. You should have an over alcohol product. Like I said, you don't have to get too crazy with it. A good, solid 7% is right where you should be. It's just right there. 7%. There's so many craft beers that roll right around in that 6.5, 9% that are just delightful to get you where you want to be. Bang, you could have done the same thing, but you failed us. You failed America just like the Supreme Court.
Damn.
Oh!
Damn, Justin.
I hope that stung. But you know what? This is delightful. Chalk Top is delightful. So I'm going to take a sip to cheer me up.
Are you gonna test its shotgun ability? You did this to yourself. You should have never started if you didn't want me to push for it every single time.
I know.
The carpet in there is gonna suck so bad. Next time
know.
I go in there, I'm gonna be like, Justin, what have you done to this carpet?
I did nothing to this carpet. You encourage this. My keys are in here. All right. Where is a pointy object? Pointy object for shotgun ability. All right. I found an Allen wrench with a screwdriver.
There we go. Perfect.
I think this is for the desk, actually. All right.
May the Lord be with you. Oh, the concentration.
Ooh. I'm gonna end up having mildew on this carpet.
Yeah, well, if you just let it keep. Okay.
I can't just pull up the rug. Do you see how much stuff is in this? You've seen this room!
Yeah.
All right.
Go, 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 go. Go.
More natural than a seltzer. Because the carbonation on seltzers is just too brutal. Like your stomach just fills up with gas so fast. And you just feel like you're going to explode.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to stop and you have to make a real big burp. At least with this, you can shotgun it. Get the burps out at
You make me have sympathy burps.
So obviously, Shock Top is going to be a very shotgunnable beer because it's a beer, and beers just shotgun better than seltzers or ciders. And I think that's because beer has more of a natural carbonation from the fermentation process, as opposed to like seltzers and everything, where the carbonation is forced into it, and it's at a higher concentration, and it causes just misery.
No one cares. Do another. Woo! No, I'm just kidding.
And you don't get a sticky. Like there's still some stickiness in there, especially shock tops, because I don't know. I feel like they add an extra element of orange in there besides just because when I have shotgunned and been I've done a lot of Budweiser and Bud Light shotguns. Um, there's been many times at Wet and Wild, we'd be out in the parking lot with our 30 packs and just busting out shotguns left and right. I remember there was a time, I think I did like 4 shotguns back to back. And you don't feel near as sticky. This does have some stickiness to it. So they definitely, I think they add some extra orangeness to it post brewing, which adds to the delightfulness, but does add a certain amount of stickability to it once you.
What's the shotgun happens?
Yeah, and that's a problem because no matter how clean or smooth of a shotgun you do, there is going to be spray back. It's just how it is. There's just no two ways about it. There's going to be spraying. You got pressure. It just happens. And actually, you know what? Did I shotgun the Simply Lemonade?
I don't know. I don't keep track of what you shotgun. All I do is go, shotgun, and then you do it. So I don't know.
Shit,
Probably.
Did I? Fuck. Hang on, let me check the tapes. Because I do feel like the Simply Lemonade wasn't as carbonated, but it was still very filling. So I don't know how that all turned out. Let me find. Okay. No. Dismiss. I'm towards the end. Do I do a shot? Oh. Hang on. Oh. Try to get my.
Okay.
Where is it? I know. I just saw it in here. I saw me shotgun it. I saw it. Where'd it go? Maybe I just drank out of it. Did I not shotgun the spiked lemonade?
I don't know, dude, but you don't got shotgun as much as you should. You should probably at the beginning of the show. You should probably do it at the end, maybe in the middle.
Wait, what? Oh,
sometime.
wait. No, I did shotgun it. I shotgunned it right here. I'm shotgunning it right here. I'm checking the tape. There's a shotgun. There's a shotgun.
We don't believe you.
Okay, hang on. Look, here it is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Shit. Okay. Here it is. Here's the shotgun. Look, it's right here.
Ooh,
Look, I shotgunned it right here. I'm seeing double. There's 4 of us. Oh, wait. Oh, I had trouble with it. Oh, that's right. That's right. It shot me in the back of the throat. It shot me in the back of the throat. I almost died on the spike clip. There was. That's
shot me. The back of
okay.
the back of the throat.
All right. Yeah, I forgot. There was that misery that happened.
those pistols, those nipple pistols. Yep.
Yep.
Don't shotgun those.
Oh.
Yep.
Don't take it from me. Take it from me. Those are not shotgunnable. They're not shotgunnable. Okay. Because I was thinking, because with drinking them, I was like, oh, they had a light carbonation. I think those are enjoyable to shotgun. No, they are not. They're not enjoyable to shotgun. I think if anything we are learning from this podcast is shotgun beers, that is the responsible thing to do. Shotgunning seltzers, you're going to have a bad time. Shotgunning ciders, you're going to have a bad time. Shotgunning lemonades, you're going to have a bad time. And that's just the way it is.
The stickiness alone makes me not want to shotgun things. When I was younger, shotguns were like awesome. But now I'm older, I'm just like, I don't want to be sticky.
I mean, honestly, I'm 38. Should I be shotgunning stuff at this age?
Yeah, why not? Midlife crisis, right? Let's go.
But this is a delightful beer. Shock Top is definitely good for any party. It's delightful. It's not too filling. Shotguns well. It doesn't taste like beef jerky vomit.
That's always a plus.
That's always a plus. Nobody wants beef jerky vomit.
How do you know your drink sucks? Well, does it taste like beef jerky vomit?
If it does, you fucked up. And that's all I got to say. This has been Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I've been the Reverend JP, and this is Diane. Catch us next week when we talk about something else and review. I don't know. Maybe I'll find some Busch Light apples that's not in the freaking 30 pack. I just don't want to commit to a 30 pack. All right.
Busch Light apples?
Busch Light apples. That's what I was talking about. The 30 pack of Busch Light apple. I don't know if it's a cider. I don't know if it's just a beer with apple flavor. Like they're trying to be like, let's get into the Shock Top game. No. Let's be different. Apples to oranges. We're apples. They're oranges. Let's see who's better. Sell it in a 30 pack only. Now, granted, it's $20 for a 30 pack. So the price is right. But is the flavor? I don't know. Tune in next week if I buy it.
Without having tasted it, 0-0.
But we appreciate you guys for joining us. And if you're watching us on the Twitch live right now, we're live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, twitch.tv/bottom class. Or you can find us on the YouTube at Bottom Class Entertainment. Oh, damn it. I clicked the wrong button. Here's our social medias down there at Bottom Class for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Instagram, Pink Street _ tattoos _ piercings on Instagram. You can DM us there if you would like a booking, if you'd like some piercings, if you just have some questions. Slide into our DMs. We will answer. I do my best to answer everything in a timely manner. We have a website too there. We have a website, pinkstreettattoosandpiercings.com. We also have a website for this show, Perico Productions at pericoproductions.com. We have some merchandise. If you'd like to donate to us, help us out, we'd appreciate that. I'd like to say we're going to do all these great things for you, but I have no idea what we're doing in life. I'm just trying the best I can to make an entertaining show. That's all I can do. Maybe we'll make our own meat-flavored seltzers soon. If you're watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications going. Do all those things that help us reach a wider audience. I'm trying to not be a paramedic anymore. I want to be the fastest dick piercer in the West. And if you help us out here, you might help that dream come true. Help the young boy's dream come true. That's all I got to say about that. But thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We love you guys. And we will see you next time. Bring it in. Give some hugs. Consensually.
Yes, consensually.
Tastes pretty good.